And in a matter of months in late 2006, we were able to turn the problem around dramatically. Today, we've disbursed more than $6 billion in disaster loans in the Gulf. That money is helping over 100,000 families and small business owners not only get their lives back, but also fuel economic activity in their communities, because those dollars are going to work to rebuild down there in the local areas. The new process also allows us to see problems ahead of time and react to them proactively much more effectively. In June, we presented Congress with a comprehensive agency disaster recovery plan that we designed and implemented. The plan documents how we're going to prepare for, how we're going to respond to, and how we're going to recover from major disasters, whatever their size. It also ensures a much higher degree of coordination and engagement with our own field network, with state and local governments, and with other service providers. Thankfully, we haven't seen another disaster on the scale of Katrina, but certainly for the disasters we have faced, and I think the California fires were a great example, we're seeing a very high level of responsiveness, quick turnaround on our applications, and very strong feedback from people that we're working with. In our lending programs, let me turn to those. We're pushing a series of improvements to make us much better partners for the banks, to make us easier to work with, and that are focused on penetrating markets that we think are important for us to be in. First, let me talk about new products that are designed to reach those markets. We've got products like Community Express that we've just revamped to reach underserved markets specifically. Patriot Express, which is designed to reach members of our military community more effectively. And Rural Lender Advantage, which is designed to win back community lenders who have a very vital role in providing capital in parts of our country that other lenders don't necessarily lend to the same way. These are relationship lenders typically. And many of these are the banks that have left our program because of difficulty of use. Let me mention something else. This one doesn't sound very sexy, but we are rewriting our standard operating procedures. And the reason we're doing that is because these are long, they're complicated, they're tough to use, they're outdated. The SOP is the playbook that we give banks to understand our programs. And the way it's written right now, it makes it tough for them to structure their loans correctly. It's tough for them to get clear answers when they have questions. In some cases, it makes them tough for them to understand how to structure their loans so that at the end of the day we honor the guarantee. It doesn't sound that exciting, but this is something the banks have been pleading with us to do, and we'll be rolling that out very, very shortly. We're making some significant improvements in our processing centers to make them more efficient, make them more responsive by giving quicker turnaround times to banks, and very important, to give more direct support to banks through helpful customer service operations. And finally, we're improving our bank oversight processes to make sure that we have insightful, decisive, effective processes in overseeing all that capital that's out there that SBA guarantees. Just as we assist small businesses with access to capital by working with lending partners, we also help small businesses compete for federal contracts so that they can get revenue dollars from the federal government. And we do that by working both with the small businesses and with federal agencies. Now, we have, in this arena, and some of you who know it realize we have a lot of different roles here. We reach out to small businesses to help bring them into the federal contracting picture. We do business development for many of them. We process their applications. We do annual compliance reviews for some of these programs. And that's on the customer side. On the agency side, at the same time that we work to hold agencies accountable to hitting goals for small businesses, we're also there to help them hit those goals. So to maximize those opportunities, we've retrained our entire field staff to improve the support we're giving to small businesses in the districts. We're automating the compliance work that the people in the field do so that it frees up time to give high value-added business development support to small businesses. They're not spending all their time on paperwork. They're actually dealing with the small businesses. We're reducing the paperwork burden for small businesses. We're giving agencies more support through better IT tools. And we're also giving them more SBA employees that, for their sites so that we work with them to find the right contracts for small business. And finally, we're holding people in the federal government, our brethren, by putting integrity back into the contracting picture, by tightening up the definitions for what qualifies as a small business, so large businesses don't qualify as small, and many of you know what I'm talking about, for insisting that we have accurate data in the contracting picture, and for publishing scorecards on the performance of agencies in small business contracting. And because many of these procurement programs do focus on businesses in underserved markets, by being more effective in these programs, once again, we're helping to reach businesses that are located in underserved markets of our country.